good, motherfuckers? So, yo, here's what I'm checking out. This is just like some random stuff I check, like a dashboard, whatever, to try to find bottoms, divergences, what have you. So, like, for example, when I was screaming bull bearish, all before, and when I was screaming that 5,500 number, which came quick, and I was bearish as fuck, but I took all my shorts in, right around this area, which of course in hindsight was stupid because we had way more downside, but who the fuck knows? So I still got paid, and then I started to reverse, long all through in here, and then I basically liquidated or hedged or what have you in one account. Another account I didn't because I don't care. So like I'm down like 14K in one account because of I was buying all through here, and then obviously this just happened. So all the stocks I was buying also had these big days. I mean, to gap down 2 days in a row on the indexes and then close at lows on both days is pretty fucking rare. And to drop down this quick, is also rare. Usually you would dick around, drop, get a lower high, but it was like sell, 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 algos. But basically, see how this had a high and a higher high where semiconductors didn't? That was your cue that, we were going lower. And that's why I was short. But again, I covered too early. So semis are now kind of diverging where you see the semis didn't close at their lows where the S&P did. So that's like a divergence that we want to keep tabs on. If we look at mags, um, mags also didn't close at its lows. But you could see mags made a lower high here where this made a higher high. SPX, again, that was the signal, which mags is kind of the same as SMH. So a little bit of divergence off its low. Um, we can take Dow Jones Industrial transports off their low. Um, Again, transports lower high where this made a higher high was another cue. So the fact that transports is hammering before this could be a signal as well to monitor. This is financial conditions, which is basically just a spread. High yield credit bonds versus, I think this is the 7 year to 10 year government, which basically, again, divergence, lower high, higher high. So, again, but this is not telling us anything. Well, I guess it could be because this kind of closed at its high or this closed at its low. So this could be bottoming and improving. But again, we'll see how things play out. Here's copper and gold overlaid with the S&P, which we basically broke below this spread. Um, so usually, we're at the crisis level here. I have marked here, but this isn't something that's too correlated with the indexes, but it's just something I keep tabs on. And then here's IWM, which is small caps. Of course, everyone knows what this is. Where IWM kind of didn't do the lower high, but it didn't make a new high like SPY did, and then it rolled over. But just like the others, IWM hammered, hammer time. SPX closed at the lows. So again, this could be a divergence as well. And now, just some other things I check. These are just extremes of a skew. So this is the put call skew, which again, usually you have reversals when this gets, overextended. See, when you get red down here, you go up. You get red down here, you go up. You go up. And now we have red down here, and we should go up. Obviously, this is some random volatility with the tariff bullshit, overreactions, but again, we still have the low, the higher low. We made a new low from this low, but it's not as low as this low, and it's not red. So keeping tabs on this, and this is just like the vol basically graphed out. We have the VIX, which is 30-day vol. We have 9-day vol. We have 3-month vol, and we have 6-month vol. Anytime this one or this one is above these colors, which you could see, then that's when you get shit hitting the fan, essentially. So when these top and come back in and revert, that's when we'll also get the new rally. Like right here, you see how these all capitulate, randomly ran up, and then basically, we bottomed. They come back down into range, so to speak. So that's also what I'm watching. Of course, 9-day vol is way ahead of the other vols, so to speak, just based off, the moves we had. And then lastly, the only other thing I watch, with other shit, of course, is just this, which this is just the AD line, um, on uh, the markets, which you want higher lows on this, which we're not getting yet. We made a new low here from this low, of course, based off this shakedown. So we'll see if this finds a low here and bottoms out. And then this is new highs versus new lows on the market. Um, and obviously this was looking good here. We had new highs versus new lows, but then everything just made a new low. But this is a rather extreme fucking reading. I mean, look, it doesn't even go back like that. So again, this one I'm not reading in too much, but this is just ugly. So yeah, so there's a few things I'm seeing with these random, things I track or what have you. But yeah, holla at me if you're seeing anything. Of course, you could see over here everything was just completely shit except for MSTR, finish up 4%. And these are the main stocks. They either are the most options or everybody likes. So these are going to be the high beta names, with high option volume, high liquidity. And you could see Tesla finish the shittiest, Palantir, but a lot of these, of course, massive 5% plus corrections. And then the sectors, of course, all shit. And then the other shit, Mags, SMH, all shit. So, I mean, pick your poison. Any one of these ETFs or stocks is a great buy here, because odds are you're going to be up here in the next, whatever, 30 days we'll call it, but definitely in the next 6 months to a year. All these names will be higher than what you bought them in for. So, great risk, great reward, and great return, because you'll get more than that than the money sitting in your brokerage account, getting what, 4% or less, 3% these days, or even way less than that. Not to be keeping up with inflation, motherfuckers. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. All right, guys. Holla. Have a great weekend.